Walk on by. Walk on by. Foolish pride by. Walk on by.
How's it going, guys? Today we are checking out Wigglytuff. I'm super excited about this. I have been meaning to do a video like this for a little bit. The Nesquik video, the video with Alolan Raichu, actually inspired me to XL push my Wigglytuff a little bit over the line to see what it can do in Ultra League, Ultra Premier. So we're gonna take a look at that today. And going out right at the get-go, we've got Nesquik, and I decide to not fully hit that Venusaur, which is kind of smart in my opinion. It would have allowed me to potentially overfarm. Now, Emboar is weird because it's a fire fighting type, and Charm will hit for neutral because the fire resists the fairy type. So a little bit weird. But yeah, Wigglytuff's one of those XL Pokemon guys that really could have some play in Ultra League. I'm really interested to see what it can get away with, you know? I think that in the past, Wigglytuff did have a little bit of play in Ultra League. If you guys want to check out a video from one of REIS's old streams where I used it in Ultra, Open Ultra, and was able to get a positive set live on Chris's Twitch, go ahead and check that video out down below. It says, do not try this at home. Do not try it at home unless you have the XL candy. Then maybe Wigglytuff is actually a viable option. So I think the mistake I made this first game was I should have switched, and I knew I made the mistake as I made it. I want to clarify here. I should have switched into Empoleon when they switched into Emboar and not Wigglytuff. I just panicked. I was like, oh, Nesquik's double debuffed. I have to save him, right? So I could have made that a little bit easier on myself, but it was a victory, so it's hard to complain about that, right? I mean, you know, the Poliwrath versus Wigglytuff would have been a little bit of a better matchup, just because those charms hit for just straight up super effective, because of Poliwrath's fighting type, which would have helped, you know, not to half resist it with Emboar's fire type, but cool. So we got Alolan Raichu versus Venusaur, and as a lot of people know, I have mixed feelings about this. We've seen a couple psychic sweeps. So I was going for the psychic sweep there, and it didn't really work out. I think at this point you have to sack Wiggly, or go for the Sludge Bomb and hope they switch. Yeah, because the charms, they know the charms are gonna add up quick, and they probably don't want they don't want their Venusaur to die. Why did you? Okay, they switched. They didn't want me to get the Drill Peck off on Venusaur, which was my whole play, my only way to kill Muck. Just a heads up too, before I get too into commentating this match of Empoleon versus Muck. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit of a different video, guys. I'm actually going to be doing a strategy video on how to maximize buddy interactions and maximize the amount of buddies. A lot of people noticed I have 55 best buddies, Pokemon with the badges. So I kind of wanted to share my strat. I started to use Poffins, but for a long time I was Poffin free, and the only reason I use Poffins now is honestly because they give them to me from Pokestops for AR scanning things. I don't know, some people don't get those. Some people just don't have them in their rewards pool. I'm not sure how that's fair. I'm not sure how Niantic is doing that and why they're doing it. But I am gonna give you guys a little bit of guide on the natural buddy progression system. I know you've probably seen the trainer tips video. You've seen, you know, whoever else cover it, but they're not like, I like those videos, and don't get me wrong. They show you how much theoretically you can do, but they don't walk you through the fastest way to kill Candela in the Ultra League. They're going to show you how to, or I'm going to show you how I get my daily buddy interactions as fast as possible every single day. Use those 20 switches, something consumable that this game gives you, you know, we definitely want to maximize, right? So Wigglytuff versus Toxicroak is kind of a funny matchup because if they Sludge Bomb me, like I'll die, but these charms they do so much to Toxicroak, and this Snorlax isn't really doing so hot against Wigglytuff either, right? Because the licks aren't going to do anything. The ghost type move, he's going to have to throw, which is will hopefully mess up his whole momentum. Yep, so we're still cooking here. Shields are down, which sucks. Expecting a Skull Bash any second now. Not any second now, but once they build to it, definitely expecting a Skull Bash. Hydro Cannon on Lapras here was just done because like Hydro Cannon is just a ridiculous move that does just a dumb amount of damage. I believe it is double resisted with ice and water, but I was able to wild charge this Toxie, and Nesquik's holding on for dear life, but we're okay with that because now their shields are down, and this is gonna hurt. This is really gonna hurt. Yeah, nice. GG's to the opponent. No Skull Bash for them. No Skull Bash for them, not today. I realized I was kind of hanging out in the lower part of the camera now, and I'm gonna move up a little bit. We're going up against Articuno here, and they've got a Dragonite lead, which is kind of tough. We do hit for neutral. The electric is single resisted because of the dragon typing. I think it hits for neutral because of the, and well, I know it hits for neutral because of the flying typing on Dragonite. I have yet to see a Hydreigon in this cup in any form, and as somebody who runs one in Master, I almost wonder, you know, what kind of play it has. I really do know its matchups and how to use it, so it's something I've been thinking about building, but I'd have to get a good Dino for Ultra League first, which it's kind of hard to come by. So, but I personally, I can't wait for Master League. See, I love Ultra League, and like these Venusaur versus Raichu matches are really entertaining, and I know you guys like them. But my team goes off in Master Premier, guys. Like REIS built it. REIS built my team like out of my assets. We did it on a stream. I mean, it'll probably change this season because of Chandelure and a couple other things. But I go Waterfall, Gyarados lead, Aqua Tail, and Crunch, and then I have my Shadow Perfect Metagross with Meteor Mash, Earthquake, and Bullet Punch, and then I run Hydreigon with Dragon Breath, Dark Pulse, and Dragon Pulse, and it is spicy. And sometimes I'll switch Hydreigon out for Garchomp if I'm not feeling spice, if I'm sick of Magnezone. But yeah, Hydreigon is awesome, guys. I mean, you gotta watch out for Togekiss, but I'm looking at this Dragonite here, and I'm just thinking, you know, like, oh man, if only it resisted those electric type moves a little bit better. And that's what Hydreigon and a lot of the other dragons are capable of doing, just without that flying double typing. So I believe this would have been a 4-1, or is this, right now this is a, do we have a loss under the belt now? Yeah, we do, I believe. So the last game, I'm gonna warn you guys right now. No, I'm not. Just watch it, just enjoy it, okay? We got a Shadow Magnezone lead, and right away you gotta wild charge this. It sucks, it really does, because they're probably gonna do something similar. But at least I know and play enough people who use Magnezone to know when they're mirror shotting me, right? Because taking the mirror shot base, you like, okay, you want to throw your energy, man? Like, go for it. Like, please do. Like, if anything, I prefer you throwing your energy. I like you not having it. Now that sucks. Having to do the second wild charge just to make sure that the heat doesn't throw really sucked. But that's a good swap right there into Empoleon against Swampert. Now the mud shots definitely do hurt, and those will add up, but this Hydro Cannon, That's going to apply some shield pressure right out the gate. And we need to catch up with that shield pressure, that's for sure. I mean, I speak like there's still hope. And I know how this match goes. Guys, this is a BS match. Has anybody else felt like when you and the opponent both die at the same time, instead of giving both people a loss, they should give both people a victory? Like, right? Like, I don't know. It just feels like, okay, you know what, Niantic, you guys make the rules. I think that there should be a winner of every match, and if there is two, fine. But it has to be super close. And that's what this one is, guys. That's what this one is. I love Psychicking Venusaur. I love it. Now, how does Wiggly manage to not kill this Swampert is probably what you're thinking. The answer is that the Hydro Cannon from a Shadow Swampert really does hurt. And they had two of them. Yeah, so that kind of stinks. And that these Mud Shots beat Volt Switch. Yeah. RIP. GG's. Alright guys, I'm looking forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Again, it is a little bit different, but I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to it. And I look forward to seeing you in not just the next one, but many more. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.